My name is Robbie Cornelius, and this is Mental Toughness for Entrepreneurs. Mental toughness is something that a tremendous amount of people are going to need if they ever are going to succeed as an entrepreneur. And here's 6 tips that I have for you if you feel like you're a weak ass and you want to develop some mental toughness. I'm so happy that I grew up the way I grew up. Although I wouldn't wish it on anybody, the way I grew up caused me to have a mind that was stronger than the average person. And because of that, I've gone through the fire multiple times. And because of that, I've developed these strategies for you. So here it is. Number one, you got to set clear goals. Establish specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound smart goals for your business. Breaking down your objectives into smaller milestones can help you stay focused, motivated, accountable, and ultimately foster mental freaking toughness. I'm being very specific with the words that I'm using here. And I said you want to have specific. All right. Most people are not specific when it comes to their goal. They got some weak ass, faded out idea of what they want, but it's not clear. You're not going to keep moving. The reason why I keep moving is because I'm absolutely clear. I'm not waiting on Archangel Michael to come and give me some vision. I'm not waiting on a dream. I'm not waiting on some angel to come give me a mystical vision of my future. I'm not waiting on any of that. I'm being very specific about what it is, and it needs to be measurable. How can you measure this? I want you to think about your goals as a science project. All science projects can be measured. If it can't be measured, how will you know that you've achieved the goal? And it needs to be achievable. Now, when I say it needs to be achievable, I don't mean it needs to be realistic, because I don't like that word realistic. I think people set boundaries on people without knowing what they're capable of, but only you know what you're capable of. But I say achievable. It needs to be achievable. Okay. What are the chances of you achieving millions of dollars if you are laying on the couch every day, not building anything, not taking action, not doing anything that would move you towards that money? So if you're laying on the couch, although I do believe in the power of manifestation, but I don't believe people that just sit around all day have a mind strong enough to pull that type of money out of the ethers without doing anything, unless they get hit by a car and sue somebody. So it needs to be achievable. And when I say achievable, I ask myself, based on my current habits, is it plausible to assume that if I continue to do what I'm doing right now, I'll eventually hit this goal? That's it. It's fucking achievable. Relevant. It needs to be relevant. Relevant to who? To you. It needs to be relevant to you. Not to me, to your ass. Is it relevant to you? Time bound. Okay. You need to, hey, I'm going to dedicate this amount of time to this goal. My goal is to have X, Y, and Z by this time frame. Or my goal is to do X, Y, and Z by this time frame. Okay? Smart. This is a recipe for smart goal setting. and then break them down into smaller milestones. Okay. So many people don't reach their goal because they set this big ass goal for the new year. And then March rolls around and they're like, man, I'm not going to hit that goal. Yeah, you wasn't going to hit it when you set it. So you shouldn't have even set the goal. But if you stop looking, set the overall annual goal, but break it down into daily goals. Day by day, what am I going to do? If my target is to do X amount of dollars a year, okay, break it down. How many days are in a year? 365 days in a year. Break that down. Okay, to hit that goal, then I need to make X amount of dollars per day. And in order to make X amount of dollars per day, I need to sell X amount of products and services at X price point. Keep it simple. Break it down to the ridiculous. Break it down to the ridiculous. Because this is going to help you stay focused. It's going to help you say, okay, now my stuff is measurable. I can't measure an annual target today if I'm only focused on the annual target, because the annual target doesn't come until the end of the year. But if I break it down today and I say, this is what I'm going to do today, this is what I'm going to make today, this is what I'm going to sell today, then in every single step of the way, I stay focused because I'm breaking my goal down to the ridiculous. You're not going to like some of this shit. Own your results is my tip number 2. Own those freaking results. What do I mean? The results you have right now are often the ones you created. Accept it. Okay. The quicker you accept that you are responsible for the results you get, the quicker you can get on with creating the results you want. Oh my God, this is a big one. People are waiting. Again, they're waiting on somebody else to change their circumstances. It's hard for most people to own their results. Nobody really wants to admit, people that are doing bad in life, they don't want to admit that their results are the result of the past habits that they've had. If I have a habit of watching TV and shoving donuts down my throat right before bed, and waking up in the morning and never going to the gym, and I do it over and over again, okay, mother freaker, I'm going to be fat. God didn't make me that way. I chose to be that way consciously or unconsciously because I was shoving donuts down my throat right before bed. People don't want to look at that. They don't want to own those results. They don't want to own those results. Shit, I get it. Nobody does. But the bad part about it, if you don't own the results, then you can't do anything about them. What's your strategy to change your situation? You're going to pray? Well, while you're praying, then pray for strength. Give you the strength. God, give them the strength to own their results. Because if you don't do that, you're always going to be at the mercy of something outside of you. Okay. So you need to own those results. My third tip, prioritize self-care. Yeah. Maintain a balanced lifestyle. And I know you guys don't believe in balance. I do. Maintain a balanced lifestyle by incorporating meditation, which is huge, my number 1. Exercise, my number 2. Nutrition, my number 3. And then quality sleep, I just start doing that. Number 4. Taking care of your physical and mental health will help you manage stress, increase focus, and boost overall productivity. Yeah. This is all powerful. What are we doing here? What are we waiting on? This is it. This is the recipe. Meditation. Why is meditation important? Because meditation allows you to observe yourself, fool. You don't even know who you are. You don't even know how you think. And because you don't even know who you are, and because you don't even know how you think, you don't have control over yourself. Meditate, sit there, analyze how you think, analyze the emotions that keep coming up for you. Damn, oh shit, I didn't even know I was thinking that. You're going to learn a lot about yourself if you sit and observe your thoughts. A lot of people think that meditation is about not thinking. Meditation is not about not thinking. Meditation is about observing the thoughts that you are thinking without interrupting those thoughts. And as a result of that, you won't be trying to think. Exercise. The body is the mind. Move the body around, you move the mind around. The mind is energy. So if you want to live in an abundant universe, move your body around, because that increases the frequency of your mind. Don't just sit there and stale like a dull potato chip. You're going to start looking nasty. So you want energy comes from when you walk into an environment and the vibes are vibrant. That's the result of someone living in a very rich reality that is constantly moving. Stagnation, man. People are stagnant. And if you're stagnant, then you're only going to be a magnet for results that you don't want. Okay? Eat good food. I eat a lot of food that's real food. Real fish, real shrimp, okay? Real vegetables. Nothing with cartoons on the front of them. That's automatically going to make you feel better, okay? Prioritize self-care, because so many entrepreneurs get burnt out. You only get burnt out when you're not doing something that you really want to do, and when you're not taking care of yourself. You got to start taking care of yourself. Don't do drugs. Oh, you don't like this. I know smoking weed is all the rant and rave today. Oh my God, it's legal now. Man, fuck all that. Don't do drugs. Drugs are for weak ass people that can't handle their own shit. They have to drink, smoke, and pop pills just to cope with their own emotions. Stay away from that shit. You don't need it. Stand up inside of yourself and face your own emotions. Woo, you don't like that. Because you want to be told it's okay to do things. But ask yourself, why am I doing it? The only reason you're doing it is because you're trying to get away from your own emotions. Be real. Hey, I can't deal with my own emotions. I need to smoke a little bit to get over it. I don't want to take responsibility for my results. I need to pop pills real quick. I need to drink to have a little fun because I'm bored in real life. I'm living such a horrible real life that I gotta drink and pop pills and smoke just to get a little buzz in life. Just say that. Don't try to act like it's cool. Okay. Now I do know that there are medicinal and spiritual benefits to marijuana. But when you meditate and you do it for a significant amount of time, you won't even need that. And I'm not trying to talk down on you. I've done all three of those things in my life. I've done all of those. So that's why it gives me the authority to talk about it. Everything that I'm talking about is something that I've had to overcome and things that I've had to experience on my journey. Not talking about anything that I don't know. I know that I was weak when I used to drink, smoke, and pop pills. I was a weak ass. I was weak. I was a weak, dusty dirtbag. A weak, dirty, dusty dirtbag that could not control itself. In my last tip, I told you it was 6, but it's only 5. Damn it. Keep going. All right. Most people have plans of becoming an entrepreneur until the bills pile up and they realize that they work more now than they've ever worked. Entrepreneurship is not for weak people, so never stop, no matter how hard it gets. I've been through the ringer. I've had so many times where I didn't know how I was going to pay the bills, but I just knew I just couldn't clock in no more. Can't clock in. Can't clock in for nobody. Can't do it. Don't want to do it. Can't do it. And once you've had a good whiff of that entrepreneurship freedom, just the ability to know that if you want to go to lunch, you can go to lunch. If you want to go here, you can go there. Like the ability to know that you don't have a cap on the income. There's no guarantees, but you don't have a cap either. Don't give up if you're really meant to be an entrepreneur. Case in point, if you go work for somebody, you're not a real entrepreneur. And that's my time. It's Robbie Cornelius. Master your mind and learn to make money online. And also know that Web Asset Group is the